Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, we are in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we're going to be here in New Orleans for the better part of a week before I can finally catch my train. So I figured yesterday we went and had a brief visit to the French Quarter and saw the signs. They're actually having the French Quarter Festival over the next 4 days. Today is actually the first day of French Quarter Fest. So I figure we'll go check out the festivities. It's definitely a city that knows how to celebrate, a city that knows how to have a good time. So I think we're gonna hop back aboard one of the streetcars and head back to the French Quarter. So please follow me. Okay, it looks like the streetcar is coming, but there's quite a few people waiting here at the stop. Stella, here it comes. Oh, but it's not even stopping. There's too many people on board. Oh no. Okay, there wasn't room for a single person on that streetcar. So I guess we could stand there all day and watch packed streetcars go by, hoping that maybe one of them may have an opening. But I think we're just gonna start walking. I'll just follow the streetcar track here to the French Quarter. Now this over here is what is known as Harmony Circle. It's previously known as Lee Circle. There used to be a statue of Robert E. Lee on top of that pillar. But of course, in recent years, they've taken down a lot of the Confederate monuments. So they took down the Lee statue, put up a heart wearing a crown, and redubbed it Harmony Circle. Oh, okay. This streetcar looks like it might have room. Okay, and here we go. Yeah, I was just walking along the line until a streetcar with some room came by. This one's got a few extra seats. That first one was just packed to the brim. We've reached the end of the line once again. And it says here right on the plaque on the side that this particular streetcar we just rode was put on a U.S. postal stamp in 1983. So this very streetcar we just rode was actually on a stamp. We cross back over Canal Street into the French Quarter. So yeah, French Quarter Festival looks like it's still maybe rolling out of bed. Probably gonna intensify as the day goes on. The Jazz Funeral Gift Shop here, one of the best places to get all your ultra touristy New Orleans souvenirs. See the horse-drawn hearse there as we enter. We got the skeleton there with dreadlocks. Over here we have the Hindu god Ganesh amongst the souvenirs. Oh, these are voodoo doll pencils, voodoo wish pencils. Oh, there's some sugar skulls, and look at this. We actually have bobble skulls, bobbly sugar skulls there. And these are the big voodoo dolls when you really need to get something done. That's a cute little voodoo doll there. Oh yeah, this horse-drawn hearse here just full of beads. This is a large bag of beads. Oh, so the really big one here is $30. Oh yeah, if you want, I guess if you want to buy these to help throw them at people. It's a T-shirt. Has all the different haunted houses on it. in New Orleans. This is the one I know, the Lalaurie House. I don't know much about the hauntings. I just know about the super dark history. One of the just most awful, terrible places. If you go by what happened there. Look, a bucket of gator heads there. Check out this giant standing gator. He's been taxidermied so he can stand and wave at everyone. Maybe to get this festival started, we should indulge in a cocktail. Now, the signature cocktail here at the Tropical Island is the hand grenade here, their mascot, which is a drunken hand grenade. Imagine if hand grenades really could get drunk. That would be terrifying. And they have the shark attack too. It says it is fun to order, not just a drink, it's an experience. So let's order a drink. I'm interested in an experience. I ordered the shark attack, so let's find out what that is. Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready. Oh.
I got the water.
Oh my goodness. Shark. Oh no. There's blood in the water. Ow! Ow! I mean, ice thrown on me. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was fun. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, look at this shark there. Look at his eyes. They're black, like a doll's eyes. Our shark attack there, that was indeed an experience. But very sweet. There's a lot of cherry in there. I think the shark vomited a bunch of cherry in there. Okay, while I was on the tropical island, they've begun sealing off the streets for French Quarter Festival. I think we're gonna wander off of Bourbon Street and see what else is going on in the French Quarter. Okay, came over here to Jackson Square, and I think we found French Quarter Fest. Out here in Jackson Square, you always have the different tables, the psychics set up, ready to do readings. A lot of different food and drink booths over here. People just enjoying the day here in Jackson Square. And there is President Andrew Jackson here in the middle of Jackson Square. Yes, the square named after President Jackson here. I'm surprised that he is still allowed to remain upon his perch here while Robert E. Lee got the boot. And look at these, they have free sunscreen machines. I've never seen anything like this. So you push that for power and that to dispense. Oh, yeah, there you go, you got a little drop of sunscreen. I think these are great. They should definitely put these in amusement parks. Even if you had to like swipe your card or put a coin in or something to purchase the sunscreen, this would be a really good idea. Live music over here. See people dancing there in the pit. See the steamboat Natchez there. Last time we were in New Orleans for the Mississippi River road trip, we rode aboard the Natchez, which is actually celebrating its 50th birthday during this festival. And I noticed down here, actually is where like some of the trash and garbage washes up from the river. See, actually has been transformed into little pieces of art. Tropical Island hand grenade stage here. We were just over at the Tropical Island, but we did not get a hand grenade. Now this boat here is named the city of New Orleans. That's confusing. So at the end of our stay here in New Orleans, we're gonna hop aboard a train to Chicago. The train is known as the city of New Orleans. We have a train named the city of New Orleans. We have a boat named the city of New Orleans. And then of course, we have a city named the city of New Orleans. This all gets very, very confusing when you're trying to explain what sort of transportation you are using. Here's the Abita beer stage. Yeah, there's these live music being played all over the French Quarter right now. I think we should try some of the festival food here. This caught my eye, the crawfish egg rolls here at Goodfellas Seafood and Po' Boys. Okay, got my crawfish egg rolls. They come with some sweet and sour sauce there. Let's find see if we can find a place to actually eat these. I found a table here to park myself. Let's try these crawfish egg rolls. Interesting, look like normal egg rolls, but we'll see what's inside. Yeah, you got our sweet and sour sauce. Crawfish egg rolls. Ooh, it's hot. Temperature hot. It's fresh out of the fryer. It's pretty yummy though. Oh, there's lava inside. Let that cool down a little bit.
What you want?
Oh yeah, that's very good. Got the traditional Louisiana vegetables in there. The celery, green pepper. That was pretty tasty. Almost like etouffee wrapped in like an egg roll shell. All this celebration out here occurring right in front of the Audubon Aquarium here next to the Mississippi River. It's pretty warm out here. I think we'll maybe go inside the aquarium and cool off and take a peek at some fish. So we can find the entrance to this aquarium. There we go. A little break from the crowds and the heat. I guess we head upstairs. Oh, are these fish? I thought this was a video screen at first for some reason. Oh, these are palomita. Hey there, happy fish. So this attraction is a combination of an aquarium and an insectarium. I guess we start at the Insectarium. So let's go see some bugs. Here are the flower chafers down here. These big, beautiful colored beetles. Looks like they're having a little snack on some fruit. A little fruit salad. No, not the bees. But actually, yes, the bees, because bees are important in pollination. Look at this. This is pretty cool. You have all these are eastern bumblebees flying around here, just bumbling about. A rotten old log here. Different bugs taking a munch on the log munchers. Honey pot ants. You can find the ants. Sometimes the ants are hard to find because they're so little. But peeking back in there. Okay, I see them. See the ants. I found you. We got the giant cave cockroaches. Look how big these guys are. Let me show you with my fingers. Look how big these are. Imagine if they were all over your face. Fortunately, they're probably never going to be all over your face. So they're just busy hanging out in caves, really. Oh, it's a dung beetle. You see the beetle there rolling its ball of dung? Oh, yeah, we got real dung beetles in there. Presumably, all that brown stuff is just a bunch of dung. You guys enjoying that dung? Just hanging out in some dung? A dung heap, if you will. I was waiting to see if they'd roll the... Oh, is he doing it? Is he doing the thing? Is he rolling the ball out of dung? I don't see any that are like, oh, there's one in the back. One in the back making a dung ball. Look at that. That's one quality dung ball, my friend. This may be the coolest insectarium I've ever been to. Really, really well done here. Have the leaf cutter ants. Yes, this is like their whole city in here. All these little different holes that you can peek in. These are super worms, and how super are they? They're so super that they can live on a diet of styrofoam. They've been burrowing through these chunks of styrofoam here, filling up their bellies with sweet, delicious styrofoam. That guy right there, munching on styrofoam. They just love styrofoam, and apparently they eat occasional corn cob as well. The dead leaf mantis, you see his thing is, he looks like a dead leaf, and that's how he gets you. These are cactus longhorn beetles. Looks like they don't care about just hanging out in cactuses. They don't worry about the spikes at all. Look at all the giant bugs in here. Look at that, the blue crawfish there. All these giant different creatures along the walls. Oh yeah. Centipede, the millipede, the worm, which has no peds whatsoever. Yeah, they have so many strange and unusual insects here. These are golden eye walking sticks. They're pretty creepy. But look at this guy up here, the orchid mantis. He like his body looks like an orchid flower. Blue death feigning beetles. I guess they pretend that they're dead when they get scared, much like possums. And look at this insect collection. I used to think these were so cool when I was a kid. All the different shapes and sizes and colors of insects. This television here is like in the shape of an insect. A very educational insect. Oh boy, look at that centipede there. Oh my gosh. Oh, just imagine that crawling on your neck. Crustaceans in here. We got a crawfish. I just had a crawfish egg roll, and it was delicious. Talks here about how beetles' armor is much like the armor a medieval knight would wear. And look at this armored creature here, showing a anthropomorphic bug armor.
Imitate the shape and movement of its prey. Some move their two front legs like the ant's antennae. Others have bodies that look just like an ant. Heads up, this butterfly's wings look like its head. The hair-streaked butterfly has...
I couldn't quite get my face in there. You kind of have to have a tiny head to be able to jam it all the way in that hole. See the metamorphosis of the butterfly there, the cocoon. The cocoon starts to crack. The butterfly starts coming out. He comes out, but his wings are all crumply. And finally, he uncrumples his wings, and he is a beautiful butterfly. Get these close-ups of bug faces to show what their faces are used for. This is piercing and sucking. Must be a mosquito. If he gets his like nodule into you, pierces your skin, sucks your blood out. Oh my God, he loves drinking your blood. This face here, I think it's an ant. Like it's chewing and gnawing. Imagine him gnawing on your face. I think this is a butterfly. Butterflies are so beautiful, especially up close. It's for siphoning. And this fly here likes to sponge. He likes to put his sponge on you. He likes to put his sponge in dog poop, and then he likes to put his sponge on you. It's the anatomy of the bug here. They've taken all his little body parts and pulled them apart and labeled them. It's a gray flesh fly. Oh, look at all those flies hanging out here. I guess they're in a barn hanging out with the farmer's tools. I imagine they bite. That's probably why they call them the flesh fly. Oh man, I hate when I get bit by a fly. Some aquatic insects. This is the predaceous diving beetle. Oh, look at that! Look at that beetle dive. He's like a frog, but he's a bug instead of an amphibian. Oh, look at this! They have a bug restaurant here, the Bug Appetit. All right, the six-legged salsa.
mealworms with that.
So they're like ground up in there?
Yep, yep.
All right, these 6-leg salsa. They said that it's not big chunks of mealworms in there, just ground up. And apparently all our food has ground up bugs in it anyways, so what's the difference? Yeah, it just tastes like salsa. It's just salsa. The twist ending is all our food has bugs in it. You can look out onto the Mississippi River here and look out onto French Quarter Festival. Yeah, definitely some good food down there. These crawfish egg rolls were amazing. And I guess they were fitting considering I was coming into the Insectarium. Here's insects as toys. I guess Spider-Man technically an insect? He got bit by a radioactive spider that turned him into a spider of some sort. Well, these are from a Bug's Life. They just got evicted from Animal Kingdom. And creepy crawlies. These were fun. You made your own little rubber lizards out of they like came with like little liquids. You know, they put them in a pan and you cooked them and they turned into little rubber toys. Now these I was obsessed with this when I was a kid at Ant Farm. Unfortunately, I could never keep my ants alive. I would go try to catch my own ants, which I don't know if they were supposed to do. I had the old ant farm, and I kept trying to put new ants in it, and they never survived. And sometimes I think I would add different insects that weren't ants. I had a not so great view on how the world worked and how animals interacted with one another. I was kind of naive. I just thought all animals were happy and friendly and happy to be part of my farm. I think there's like a specific type of ant you have to get in there. I want to get an ant. I want to get an ant farm. Hopefully, maybe I can get an ant farm, and if Jen will agree to take care of it while I'm on the road. Oh, there's Cooties, the game Cooties. Oh, that's an old school Cootie there. I remember a different version. Oh, and then there's Mr. Jiminy Cricket, one of the most famous insects of all time. Here is the honeybees here in their nest. But look at this. These honeybees, they're not prisoners. They're free to leave. You have this tube here to the outside. You can see the honeybees coming and going out of the Insectarium. So yeah, these bees free to come, free to leave, free to terrorize the people at French Quarter Fest. You see anyone getting stung down there? See the giant moths and butterflies here. So we are headed into the butterfly garden. Okay, we gotta hit the green button to enter the vestibule. Okay, into the vestibule. Okay. And here we go. Into the butterfly gardens. Oh, look at all these butterflies. Oh, look at this. You can look out into the park, into French Quarter Fest, out onto the Mississippi. Be really careful, you don't want to step on a butterfly. That would be heartbreaking. Now look at all the butterflies up there fluttering through the air. Oh, there's some butterflies eating their butterfly cake. People using their noses for siphoning. That's something we learned. Siphoning some of that sweet, delicious banana juice. I like how they have like an eyeball on their wings to scare away predators. Makes them look like an owl face. It's a butterfly bush down here. I have a butterfly bush in my yard, and one of our cats used to sit under the butterfly bush and eat butterflies all day long. It was actually kind of horrible. All right, someone just told me I have a butterfly on my back. Is that? Oh, there, I think I see it. There it is. Is it? Oh. Still back there?
Yes, it is.
No. Thank you, I appreciate it. Now I'm afraid to move. Do I just like let it decide that it's done and let it fly away when it's finished? I think it wants to go back home. I think it wants to go to Chicago. I think it's going to try to ride my back all the way to Chicago. Hey, could you tell your friend to get off my back? Oh, you got him? Thank you. Okay, the lady plucked the one on my back. I think that was the only hitchhiker I had. This is the Insectarium gift shop. Like this one. Roll with it. Roll with a giant ball of poop. Okay, so our journey through the Insectarium is over, and now we head into the aquarium. Insectarium was a lot of fun. Hadn't even seen any fish yet. Here we go. Start with some beautiful, beautiful jellyfish. These are amazing. These are amazing. Look at that. These are South American sea nettles. And jellyfish, always kind of beautiful, otherworldly. Almost don't even look like a real creature. Looks like something out of a hallucinogenic nightmare. And it is New Orleans, so we're gonna head down the bayou. Look at that. Look at that big white alligator. Hey buddy, do you want to be my friend? I want to be your friend. Look at you. You are a beautiful gator. Look at you. You're a friendly one, I can tell. That is amazing. It's like hanging out over here like a little puppy dog. So this is a leucistic alligator. It has white pigment and blue eyes. You know, they have a little baby leucistic alligator at Gatorland named Mystic. And this one is a full-grown leucistic alligator, and it is so beautiful. Let's get up there close and see its beautiful blue eyes. Yeah, what a treat it is to see this gorgeous alligator up close. Over here we got some little alligators. Little baby alligators. So cute. So we got some gar there. This is the fisher's paradise. I guess these are all fish that fishermen like to fish for. You see, there's like a swamp shack up there. I guess we can peer under the shack. Oh, these are some big. Oh, these are paddlefish. Yeah, those big old paddlefish. There's a red-tailed hawk up there. Look at that. You see this here? Why am I here? I ask myself that all the time. It says that this red-tailed hawk was shot in 2000. So that was 25 years ago. Suffered a permanent wing injury and could not fly. So she's unreleasable, and she lives here at the aquarium. Oh, there's a barred owl up there. There's another one that's been injured and can no longer fly. Can you ducks fly? Some lazy ducks. Oh, look at this stingray tag here with the big video screen behind it. Any of you guys want to high five me? Oh, here comes some. Oh, there we go. This one wants to give me a high five. Hey, buddy. Oh, always good to see you guys. The old Navy scuba diving outfit. Man, it seems like it would be terrifying wearing one of these. Also, they just seem generally terrifying. Like you wouldn't want this guy coming after you. See the penguins here? Yeah, there's islands. Islands out there populated only by penguins. Oh, penguin kiss. Penguin kiss right there. Oh, that might be more than a kiss. I'm not sure. Hey there, penguin. How are you? You little penguin. What you doing? Just hanging out here on Penguin Island? Oh, hey there. There's swimming penguin. Hey. It's fun to swim, isn't it? Hey. Hey, penguin. Hey, penguin. Going into the Amazon rainforest. Notorious red-bellied piranhas in here. You hear the cawing of birds, and there's actually birds flying around in the air. It's like an open flight zone where the birds are just free to fly around through the air as they please. Well, this is what you gotta watch out for. The poison dart frogs. Legend has it that they'd actually use the poison from the poison dart frogs to make poison darts. And then they'd stick in your skin and poison you. Big giant pacu, the vegetarian cousin to the piranha. Look at that catfish, that is so big. Well, it looks like we're heading to the bottom of the rainforest. Oh, look at these lionfish. It's like a hidden temple of lionfish. Again, they're a very invasive species. They're bad about asking you personal questions, and sometimes they lean in really close when they talk to you. This is the kingdom of the Maya down here. You can see the fish swimming around this old fractured statue. And check out this tunnel here. Yeah, more of the crumbled statuary. I think we can actually pass through the tunnel of fish here. You see the rays. This talks about something that I am familiar with, the 2010 Deepwater Horizon oil rig. It says the oil rig exploded, sunk to the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico, and was just leaking oil into the Gulf the entire time. I remember that a live camera that could just show the oil just spilling into the Gulf of Mexico, just nasty oil polluting nonstop, causing obviously a bunch of damage to the local wildlife. You see in this tank here a replica of the oil rig here, the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. You can see the old dismantled drilling equipment. See a shark laying on the ground, the different fish swirling right here. There is a big shark right there, or at least a medium-sized shark. Hey, Sharky. Yeah, look at that shark. Swimming around the Gulf. The exhibit here sponsored by the oil companies, ironically enough. I guess, they do owe it. They do owe it to the Gulf, especially you. And we exit through the gift shop. Yeah, wonderful aquarium here, and a wonderful insectarium too. I don't know if I've ever seen such a wonderful collection of live insects as I saw today here at the Audubon Aquarium. I think we're gonna hop aboard this red streetcar. I guess it stops up here. I guess I was waiting in the wrong spot. Okay, here it is. I think we just gotta, there we go. I think this is the stop here. Hopefully they have room. pretty crowded streetcar here. It'll get us where we're going, I think. All right, this is our stop. All right, got off at the right stop. Although I do feel at this point it may have actually been faster to walk. Yeah, the problem is the streetcar has to keep stopping for traffic. If cars pull in front of it, it gets like stuck in traffic jams. So it actually, I may have been able to walk down here faster than taking the streetcar. I actually missed the streetcar and I was able actually to walk in front of the, walk ahead of the streetcar and wait at the next, basically outwalk the streetcar and then get at the station and wait for the streetcar to come and pick me up. Yeah, I probably could have walked here by then. But you know what? It's more fun this way. Hear the sounds of jazz permeating Bourbon Street here. Bourbon Street starting to wake up a little bit. Careful, don't get gaslit. So much quieter back here. Came down here because I wanted to check out the New Orleans Storyville Museum. It says, explore the fascinating history of America's original Sin City and notorious red light district. This sounds interesting. Let's check it out. So we start out with the Battle of 1815. It says that Andrew Jackson actually was responsible for bringing working women into the city. Apparently they did follow along as he marched through New Orleans. Now Storyville would become to be known as the infamous red light district of New Orleans, but before there was Storyville, there was the Swamp, a collection of different bars and shanties that men went to do things. So the idea was that so the entire city wasn't one big red light district. They would legally designate Storyville. You can see it right there on the map as where all of that sort of thing was legal. Elsewhere in New Orleans, you couldn't do that, but you had your special little place that you could head to do those things in Storyville. Here is the history of the red light. You know, the red light district, the women would use the red lights to symbolize what they did, much like a barber puts out a barber pole. But it also says that the red lights helped you be able to see the women easier in the dark, and it covered up scars and bruises on their bodies. This talks about the Blue Book. The Blue Book was the guide to Storyville. So they have some authentic blue books here, and it would actually give lists of the names of the women, where they could be found. It would give the ethnic background of the women. I guess it was segregated. They divided them up. So yeah, a guide for people wanting to enjoy themselves in Storyville. Talks here about some of the bars that were around during the Storyville days, and this I've never heard of anything like this. The ham kicking contest. So apparently the bar owners would hang a ham from the ceiling of their bar, and they would challenge women to try to kick the ham. They would try to, with one foot, raise it up in the air and kick that ham. And they said that the woman who kicks the ham got to take the ham home. I think there may have been something more devious going on here. Different little machines they would have in the bars. You've got the match dispenser. This is a cigar dispenser. You spin the wheel and you either win 1, 2, or 3 cigars, depending on which number it lands on. You've got the cash register here. Here is a electricity is life machine. Apparently you would actually pay to get zapped a little bit, you know, that it was a full cure, would cure you of your ills. And then a gum dispenser there. I think there's like a almost like a Plinko machine where you drop something in and it goes down to the bottom. And they call this Pepper's Parlor. This is set up like a parlor of a authentic brothel. But they call it Pepper's Parlor because they have the Pepper's Ghosts appearing using the classic Pepper's Ghost illusion. They have the different girls appearing and disappearing in their period dress. Oh, there you go. There's another girl manifesting. The darker side of Storyville. Oh man, I thought we were already in the dark part. Here's some tools from the late 1800s, early 1900s for using illicit drugs. That's a opium lamp to, I guess, diffuse opium into your house, and an opium pipe there. And these are all prescription bottles of heroin. And then there's cocaine here. You can see the cocaine has the skull and crossbones on it. It says that these were used for pain relief. These are all medications used for treating transmitted diseases that you may get in Storyville. This is injection brow. Apparently you just inject this directly into your genitals. Different contraceptives here. They apparently would use Lysol as a contraceptive. I wouldn't recommend that. Then also they apparently would use voodoo spells as a way of birth control. It's anonymous mug shots of different women arrested in Storyville. Almost looks like she has like the Princess Leia haircut. These are the Storyville cribs. These are little tiny cabins. The woman would rent out for $3 a day, in which they would conduct their business. Here we can see inside of one of the cribs. It's got your essentials there: a bed, a jug, a fireplace, and yeah, I guess that's all you really need, right? These are the Peep show machines of Storyville. Now, you see these, non-Peep versions of these at some penny arcades. They even have some like this at Walt Disney World. But I think the shows they have are a little different than the ones in here. Is that just a woman doing her laundry? Oh, wait. The gambling devices there. The craps table. Now, I did not know this, but craps was invented in New Orleans. Had no idea. And poker and craps, both invented in New Orleans. So New Orleans kind of was Las Vegas before Las Vegas even existed. This is a poker machine, early poker machine. Instead of video poker, you would have this. And look at this. You get every 5 cents that you put into this machine, you get a free cigar. So you can't beat that deal. There's a love tester over here. Measure your sex appeal on the love meter. You push the button, then squeeze the handle. Oh, it works. Let's see. Where do I fall on the love meter? On the love spectrum, if you will. I am shy. It's pretty dead on. The alcohol of Storyville shows how they would be advertised in the blue books. There's the different liquor bottles, the beer that was available. You have Schlitz. You have PBR available in Storyville. These champagne bottles. Looks like this one has never been opened. And here is the absinthe drinking tools. This would dispense the absinthe. You have the spoons there to hold the sugar cube, which the sugar cube is lit on fire, and then you pour absinthe over the fire. Talks about jazz in Storyville. See the piano, different music instruments here. Here's a copy of the first ever recorded jazz album here on vinyl. It was recorded in 1917, the original Dixieland Jazz Band. And here is something interesting. It was so early on that they had not settled on a spelling for the word jazz yet. They spelled it J-A-S-S, the original Dixieland Jazz Band. Okay, this is pretty fascinating. Portraits from Storyville. This is photographer E.J. Balak, and I've actually heard of him before. He took famous for taking photos of the working girls in Storyville, but there's one part of his collection that just stands out as is somewhat startling. So a lot of his portraits are just, beautiful portraits of the women that lived and worked in the area. But in some of his photos, and no one knows the true reason why, but some of his photos, the faces are scratched out like that. No one knows why he did it, if he was trying to protect someone's identity, if he was trying to cover something up. It's kind of one of those mysteries lost to time. Yeah, there's one with the face scratched out. There's another one over here. Shows the type of camera that Mr. Balak would use. Yeah, another interesting point of this is that these Balak was a professional photographer, but none of these were published during his lifetime. He took them for his own reasons and purposes. Oh, and there is an actual dress, a blue book dress made out of the blue books. Apparently they weren't all blue. Some of them were red. So Storyville was put to an end in 1917. They were cracked down on by both the city and the U.S. military. The city says in 1917, November 12th, the police go door to door, tell the women that they can continue to live there, but that their line of business is now outlawed. And then the U.S. Navy put out an official order to close down Storyville because of the diseases that all the servicemen were getting. And apparently there's only literally 3 buildings left of Storyville. And this is movies that featured Storyville. Interview with a Vampire. This is the 2022 version. And then this movie, Pretty Baby. There is a original script there for Pretty Baby. From what I understand, this movie is super gross. Yeah, excellent museum here, the Storyville Museum. Definitely covers some of the darker history here in New Orleans. So thank you for coming along as we wander the French Quarter of New Orleans. Saw some amazing things today. Learned some amazing things. Apparently poker was invented in New Orleans. That's something I didn't know. And yeah, the Storyville Museum, wonderful, wonderful museum of some of the darker history in New Orleans. The aquarium was amazing. The Insectarium was really cool. I've never seen bugs presented in quite a way as that. And then of course, being surrounded by the music, the smells, and the tastes of the French Quarter was amazing. So thank you guys so much for coming along. If you like these videos, please subscribe. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun, random stuff. If you'd like to help out the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more gets you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling souvenirs in the Etsy shop, enamel pins, press pennies, motel key fobs, and other fun stuff. All that helps keep this streetcar on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.